Wake up, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, this is not 20th century. This is not the 1980s or 1990s where cash was king. Right now, we are in the 21st century where credit is king. And guess what? If you want to live the new American dream, you're going to have to understand credit. And in this video, I am going to share with you just how important credit is. And if you want to be able to go ahead and get ahead in life and be able to live the life that you want to, you definitely want to check out this video because we're going to break down what the new American dream is. So let's get into it.
This conversation about building up your blueprint. It's time to take it because time is wasted. Go grind and chase it, don't lose it. This generation need integration with information to move with. An inclination that is abiding in entertaining improvement.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Respect My Blueprint podcast. I'm your main man, your blueprint mastermind. Of course, this is where the show we give you the blueprint on how to do ish around here. All right. And listen, if you're first time checking out the channel, do me a huge favor. Go ahead and support the channel as we're looking to go ahead and grow our audience, grow the platform. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, as this allows us to keep producing content like this and allow us to be able to go ahead and share it with a wider audience as well too. All right. Now, this video is extremely important and passionate to me because, like most people, understanding credit or just learning about credit is something that's not necessarily taught to us as we're going into adulthood. So a lot of us are maybe still under the same old thought pattern or the same old misconception of how cash is king, right? How cash rules the world, right? But believe it or not, that could be farthest from the truth in this day and age, especially in 2025, as we are now in a digital economy and now credit is actually king now, right? If you want to put it in simple terms, if cash is king, listen, credit is the actual chessboard or the actual field itself, right? So without credit, the game can't be played at all. And the reason why I say that is because credit actually fuels every important aspect of your American lifestyle, from housing to entrepreneurship. And credit is what positions the successful as well as the ultra wealthy to be able to go ahead and achieve the status as well as the accomplishments they have. So in this video, I want to go ahead and break down not only some of the misconceptions about cash is king, but also how you'll be able to go ahead and live the new American dream, all based upon credit. So first things first, we all keep hearing the concept of the American dream, right? And what is the American dream? There was a day and age when the American dream consists of buying a house, a car, working a job, getting a pension, all that other good stuff, right? But that was the typical dream for most living in this country. But I want to go ahead and share with you, listen, the American dream is not paid in cash. It's all funded by credit. If you want the lifestyle, you want to be able to go ahead and live life the way you want to, it's all need to do so by credit. So today we're going to unpack why credit is more important than cash, how the system is actually built on debt versus credit, and also how you can start playing the game of the new American dream, all based upon credit as well too, right? Like I said, credit is the new flex, and the best thing to understand is that back in the day, having a big bankroll was the ultimate flex. But now, guess what? Having a 700 plus credit score is actually the new flex nowadays, right? Because cash gets spent, cash comes and goes, right? But credit actually allows you to get into doors that sometimes cash will not allow you to get into. And if you don't have credit, listen, you're unable to be able to go ahead and do some of the things that your favorite influencer, your favorite entrepreneur, or some of the successful people that's been some of the wealthy and successful individuals have done in their life. For you to be able to go ahead and replicate or do some of those same things, you will need to understand the basic laws of credit, right? So, let's think about it. You want to go ahead and buy a home. You need a mortgage. You need to understand credit. You want to purchase a car. You need to understand credit. If you want to go ahead and get into entrepreneurship, you need to understand credit, guys. And this is so important because guess what? Credit is necessary for all of these things. All right. Think about it. If you want to be able to go ahead and your mortgage, your housing, whether you want to rent an apartment or buy a home, that all is going to be based upon your credit, how much your monthly payment is, what is the deposit. If you want to be able to purchase a car, how much the interest rate that you're paying on that car, your monthly payments on the car. Guess what? Even things such as utilities, the deposit that you put on utilities, your education, whether you get approved for a student loan or not, all is predicated upon your credit. All right. It even goes down as, hey, if you want the latest iPhone, guess what? You want to put it on a payment plan? Guess credit comes into the equation as well too. So literally credit is a very important factor in the new American dream. And that's what I'm truly trying to express to everyone here is that only smart ones know how to utilize and leverage credit in their favor in order to be able to go ahead and achieve financial freedom for themselves. So credit, I want you to actually look at it as something like it is your credibility as an adult, right? I actually did a previous video about this where I equated how credit is like your adult GPA, your credit score and your credit report is like your adult report card. Just like how your kids, when they go to school, you're assessing how they do in school academically based upon their grade point average and their report card. If they get A's and B's, they're doing pretty good. If they're carrying a 3.5 or a 4.0 GPA, your child is excelling in school. Guess what? Same thing for you, right? If your credit score is in a 4 or 500 range, guess what? It's like showing up in front of a job with flip flops and a tank top on. It's just automatically that first impression there. Versus if you have a 700 credit score, listen, the red carpet is rolled out for you is VIP treatment. No matter where you go, you'll ultimately be able to go ahead and dictate the terms on almost anything that you want. That's the point I'm trying to express here. So your credit score it shows your credit worthiness and how financially responsible you are as an adult. So it's very important to understand that credit is the name of the game here. And if you don't know how to play the game, guess what? You're just going to end up being used as a pawn while everybody else is making moves to win the game. And you definitely don't want to be utilized as a pawn. Credit the game is all about learning to be able to win the game of financial freedom. All right. And of course, this all has happened through the evolution of credit, right? So let's take it back real quick for a second. There was a point in time where credit was controlled by things such as paper files. Hold on, let's take this back a little bit, right? 20, 30 years ago, the game of credit was largely taboo, right? Because our parents and our grandparents and our peers before us, they taught us that, hey, debt is bad. Acquiring anything with debt, paying anything with a credit card is a no-no. Anything that you pay for, if you can't pay it for cash, don't pay for it, don't utilize it or anything like that. Guess what? That can be farthest from the truth, all right? Especially in 2025, that there is a difference between having bad debt and actually good debt. So there's a thing out there that is actually considered good debt, ladies and gentlemen. And what I mean by that is bad debt is what you call consumer spending, consumer goods, right? Luxury items, unnecessary items, going clothes, shopping for things that just produce liabilities for you, right? And typically, what I say, 90% of the things in the mall are all things that falls in this category, right? So if you're going out in the mall every weekend and you're just spending money on things that brings temporary pleasure or just luxury items, guess what? You are racking up nothing but bad debt, right? This is all the consumer goods that the American lifestyle has been training us to be able to go ahead and keep spending and spending that have further put us and future generations in perpetual debt. Now, on the flip side, there is something that is called good debt, right? And these are actual assets when you're leveraging your credit to be able to acquire income producing assets, such as investing or being able to start a business or investing in real estate. These are the type of debt where you want to be able to go ahead and constantly accumulate because guess what? Nowadays, investors as well as savvy entrepreneurs, they're not spending their own money or their cash on these type of income producing assets. No, all of us have maybe heard the term of OPM, other people's money. Listen, when you're able to go ahead and have good credit and live the new American dream of understanding credit, you're going to leverage your credit to be able to go ahead and borrow the bank's money, borrow other people's money to be able to carry the debt to purchase these income producing assets, right? And these are the type of assets that not only produce residual income, passive income for you, but guess what? It ultimately unlocks financial freedom. This is how the game is played, ladies and gentlemen, right? No longer are the days of where you're paying cash for everything, where you want to be able to start up a business, you're using your own personal money or you're using your own savings and life savings, putting you and your family at risk. No, that is not the smart way of doing things. That way has, of course, traumatized and hurt a lot of families in their journey of entrepreneurship. And for the most part, it has caused a lot of people to be discouraged in their journey of entrepreneurship and utilizing credit because they're thinking, hey, that was the right way to do. Farthest from the truth. I'm here to share with you guys, if you want to be able to leverage up to the next level, if you want to be able to start your own business, learn how to leverage credit, learn how to use other people's money. This is the way that everybody that you have seen nowadays that have reached a high level of success, they was able to do so by leveraging their credit, which ultimately allowed them to leverage other people's money, go ahead and get into the income producing assets that they currently have. So the game has changed. The rules has changed, guys. Listen, this is the new blueprint. And of course, by learning this strategy and learning this tactic, is not a secret. It's not something that is hitting below the couch or that is being locked away in some secret book or secret area somewhere. Listen, this is something that everybody is doing or what you should be doing in order to be able to position yourself in the next level, especially nowadays with the power of the internet and the introduction of artificial intelligence and everything. Listen, the world is moving at a very rapid pace. And if you want to be able to keep up, you need to be able to learn how to be able to leverage your credit, which will allow you to keep pace of society as well as the ever-changing evolution of personal finance as well too. All right, so it's very simple, ladies and gentlemen. Right, credit builds wealth. And things, whether it's a real estate, business, investments, learning how to be able to leverage your credit ultimately is the key as well as the path to the new American dream, right? The rich don't spend money, they borrow money, right? They don't hustle harder, they leverage smarter, right? And these are the two main things that I wanted to share with you guys in this video, where understanding that is not about how much money that you spend, but how much of your credit you can leverage, which ultimately is going to put you in a smarter position and better position to be able to build up on these income producing assets and live the American dream that I'm sharing with you in this video here. All right. So why most millionaires don't have crazy cash sitting around? Now, I want to be able to go ahead and share the answer to that is because, of course, access to credit, right? Having lines of funding, assets to produce income. These are the things that millionaires as well as the ultra wealthy are able to tap into to help them be able to go ahead and achieve a high level and a high degree of success. Okay. Listen, credit is your tool and the ability to allow you to go ahead and get into opportunities, multiply money. Without it, again, you're just playing the game. If you're playing the game of cash, you're being left behind. And ultimately, I promise you, it is going to be a game that you're going to end up losing, because unless you're Elon Musk or anything like that, it's going to be absolutely hard for you to be able to keep up with the game of the new American dream strictly by playing the game using your own cash. All right. So if you want to be able to know how to start playing the game of credit, here are the simple steps for you to do. Okay, number one, you need to know where you're currently at right now. And what I mean by that is you need to be able to stay on top of your credit, right? Obviously, knowing what your credit score, what your credit report is at, checking your credit report at least once every month, right? And there's platforms such as annualcreditreport.com where you'll be able to access your credit report absolutely free. And this will allow you to be able to go ahead and check your credit report and see if there's any inaccuracies, anything that should not be on your credit, right? Doing things such as making sure your personal information section is completely free of any outdated or inaccurate information. Although this section does not affect your credit score directly, it does play a huge indirect impact on your credit, because having old, outdated information such as addresses, aliases, and employers and things like that signals red flag and a high degree of risk to lenders when you're trying to apply for credit, because they're going to see all of this misinformation that's on there, which ultimately may make them a little uneasy when they're considering extending you credit. All right. Also, learning the laws such as the Fair Credit Reporting Act and consumers law, especially the United States Code Section 1681. And the reason why you want to know these two particular laws, because these are the gold standards when it comes to the world of credit and making sure that information being reported on your credit is being reported accurately, fairly, and complete, right? So it's very important to understand when you're looking at your credit, anything that you see on your credit report that's being reported incorrectly, that's not accurate, and it could be anything, whether it's an account, payment history, a trade line, an inquiry, whatever the case may be. If you definitely see anything that's on there that's out of place or needs to be corrected, this is where you want to be able to go ahead and fix these things and have it removed off your credit report, because under the Fair Credit Reporting Act and the United States Code 1681, these are the laws that mandate anything that's being reported on your credit report must be reported accurately and fairly. And if it's not, it must be removed off your credit report. And more importantly, once you understand these things, now you're able to build your blueprint. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have now set yourself up to be able to go ahead and live the American dream, where you'll be able to leverage your credit, you'll be able to build your credit to be able to go ahead and do things such as starting up a business, investing into real estate, getting into investments, or just partnering up with somebody that can help you get to that next level. But of course, none of this is possible unless you're ready to be able to understand what the new American dream is of being able to leverage your credit. All right. So now that I've went ahead and broke down what the new American dream is and how you'll be able to do so by leveraging your credit, very important, guys, that the tips that I want to go ahead and end with today is that number one, make sure you stay on top of your credit. Identify all of the inaccuracies on your credit report, your personal information, and your account section, and make a game plan to be able to go ahead and fix and repair your credit as well too. Listen, if you do need help in being able to go ahead and fix and build your credit, or if you don't want to be able to go ahead and do this alone, you want to be able to work with somebody or with the community that is in the position to be able to go ahead and live the new American dream like I've outlined here, go ahead and check out the Blueprint Movement Academy, where we are teaching countless individuals not only the new American dream, but sharing with them how they can be able to go ahead and fix, build, and leverage their credit. But not only that, we are sharing these strategies with them in the 3-step blueprint so they can be able to achieve up to $50,000 in funding. All right. So we want to be able to do the same thing for you as well too. We have a high degree level of success for all of our students and our mentees, as they've been able to go ahead and achieve extraordinary results for themselves, and they've been able to go ahead and achieve their goals as well too. More importantly, unlock financial freedom by being part of this community. If you want to learn more what the Blueprint Movement community offers for less than a Starbucks coffee that you're spending per day, listen, go ahead and check out the link down below in the description, where you'll be able to join our community and you can go ahead and be part of something that will ultimately change your life all in little to no time. All right. But other than that, listen, if you got a lot of great value from this video, do me a huge favor, drop a comment, let us know what your thoughts is of what the new American dream is. If you still believe in that cash is king, hey, all right, that's fine and dandy. Think about it. We are in 2025 where nowadays most people are living paycheck to paycheck. So that is a good indication where, hey, you have to be able to work smarter, not harder, in order to be able to go ahead and break free from the rat race. All right. So again, do us a huge favor, hit that smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well too, so you can go ahead and stay up to date whenever we drop videos like this, as we do 3 times per week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the same time, 8 p.m. every single. And always, thanks for tapping in, thanks for tuning in, and we're gonna catch you on the flip side. Take care. Peace.
Blueprint. Yeah. Blueprint. This conversation about building up your blueprint. It's time to take it, cause time is wasted. Go grind and chase it, don't lose it. This generation need integration with information to move with. An inclination that is abiding in entertaining improvement. Yep, West Paul with Blueprint. This guests are exclusive. Get on and tune in and then learn some new tips about credit, finance, investment. A nice chance to get rich and buy land. Flip it, quick 9 bands. Learn all the skills from West, he did it. Learn how to build successful business. Run up a mill and get the digits. Run up a mill. Look, safe place where guests are speaking. Based off financial freedom. All facts, no cap, believe it. Podcast, you have to see it.